All right, we are back for our roundtable Q&A, and we had a couple of specific questions come in sort of at the end of the individual presentations, and we're going to jump on those first. The first question is for Brian Cooke. What are the safety aspects of handling ABE disposal and the self-ignition risks, and how are these mitigated?
So the self-heating of the product, that's due because you have high heat, you have a product with a lot of surface area, and you have the feedstock on there, which is a fuel source. So if the conditions are correct, it will start to self-heat and smolder. The best thing you can do is reduce the heat, use nitrogen to blow down the filter instead of air. And once that filter cake has been discharged, spray it with a little bit of water, and that helps prevent the surface from interacting with the air to produce that heat that comes off.
Okay. Next question is for Mary. Mary, do the online systems fit into the existing process automation controllers like PI and LIMS?
Yes, absolutely. So we've been able to do that where you can actually have a feedback loop attached and do automatic adjustments, say for dryers and that kind of thing. But yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Does FOSS have robust measurement teaks and calibrations for phytic acid and in grains?
Ooh, that one I'm going to have to throw to you, John.
There are some capabilities of NIR that sometimes kind of approach the limitations of technology. So I'm not familiar of anyone actually having phytic acid calibrations, but if there's a good, robust chemical analysis method and the range is appropriate, then we could always build calibrations with customers. So I would say that as long as we have the ability to analyze the product, we should be able to make some predictions on that. But I don't know of any customer right now that is actually doing that.
Okay. All right, just delaying for a moment here, see if anything pops in. Having not seen anything, I'm going to go around the room a little bit for some closing remarks or anything anyone wants to clarify. And I'll just start on my little Zoom screen here. I'll start with Brian Cooke. Brian, anything you'd like to add or summarize?
Sure, just to summarize, it's very important to have the pre-treatment process for the renewable diesel process. The phosphorus and metals can really decrease the life of the catalyst. You spend a lot of money on that catalyst. It's very expensive, and it's also very expensive and time consuming to change that catalyst out. So preventing those contaminants from entering into the reaction is critical for the process. On the biodiesel side, same thing really applies, that phosphorus really decreases the efficiency of the reaction. So in order to have the reaction go as it needs to go and to completion, that phosphorus needs to be removed as well. The filterability is another important aspect. So you want to make sure that you have a product that's very porous. You're going to have high flow rate. That does a couple of things. Number one, it increases the amount of time that the filter is online. So it increases your throughput. And it also decreases the time and cost of cleaning out the filter to get rid of the filter cake. Those are really the main points I wanted to emphasize on that.
All right, thanks, Brian. And Mary, you.
Well, I think the major take home is that we're constantly developing new calibrations and working with customers and customizing and creating new things. So just because we don't have a calibration that's already made doesn't mean that we can't do that we can't partner with somebody to help them find the parameters and the measurements that they need.
Like you have some good customization abilities there.
Definitely. I think that that's one of our strong points.
Okay. And Wei, it is your turn.
Thank you. So in my presentation, I focused mainly on using the MESA as an analysis tool for edible oils, but it is a very generic tool for trace contaminant detection. So it's applicable to a lot of different food types, different types of sample matrices. So for listeners out there who are interested in different types of applications, please feel free to contact us to find out what it's able to do, whether it can solve your needs or not. We do a lot of application development using this instrument, catering to different types of applications.
All right, thanks, Wei. And Doug?
Sure. I just want to stress how important it is to take care of the rolls in your flaking mill, to properly relieve the ends in a timely manner so you don't further develop more problems in the future that could take a lot of time to correct.
All right, good summary. And last but not least, Gabriel.
Yes, I think the key learning of my presentation is that we are developing a bio-based and clean alternative to hexane in oil extraction that is safe for consumers, for workers, for the environment. It's a huge work to do, of course, and so we are now very close to the market. The technology is, the scale up is advanced. So we look forward to partnering with oilseeds crushing companies, engineering companies to further develop our innovation. So feel free to reach out after AOCS meeting.
All right, well, thanks, Gabriel, and thanks everyone. This industry update, we certainly hit a lot of different topics and a lot of different areas for processing. So thanks everyone for your presentations. Thanks to all the attendees, the viewers, for their time and patience. Appreciate it. And with that, we'll close out.
Thank you.